What's going on, guys? We're gonna go hit a few thrift stores today. We're gonna see if we can find anything to resell. At the end of this video, we will do a thrift haul. We'll show you guys exactly what I got. Let's go see how crazy some of these prices are, and let's take it from there. If you saw last week's video, this may be a little bit repetitive because we're going to hit the same cycle of stores. I do that because it's easier rather than like taking a bunch of left turns here. I just go down this same loop. First store is going to be, again, this Savers. This store sucks. It is so overpriced. It's comedic. So let's just get in there and have a good laugh. Even though I was just talking a bunch of crap on Savers and then this one is really expensive, actually, it's funny, the two things that I bought here today, they were not overpriced. They were very fairly priced, in fact. And that's the thing with these stores. You never know. I mean, you can just find great things that are super underpriced, but then you can find junky things that are way overpriced and it doesn't make sense. So that's why I keep checking back. You just really never know. So that store was incredibly disappointing again. I only got two things. I'm not sure why I keep coming back. If this store wasn't in this row of 3 thrift stores, I would never come back to this one. But again, it's here. I almost feel stupid for not stopping in because you may get lucky sometimes. I'll show you what I got at the end of this video. Off to the next store. One of the best parts about thrift shopping is actually finding stuff for yourself. These are Lululemon shorts. They're my size and they're going straight into the closet. When it comes to the men's shirt section, I only really look for flannels and pearl snaps. I avoid dress shirts, just have never done anything for me. Then making my way here over to the shorts section. Said it before, spring and summertime, you need to learn what board shorts sell because these are fast sales and you can make some decent money in the warmer months. We'll talk about more of these and some tips later on, but grab those two. $7 for computers. This was just comedic. Then looking at some remotes, nothing really crazy in this pile, unfortunately, today. Heading over to shoes, there is nothing here today except for these Addison military boots. They are in good shape and they were only $5 and that was an easy buy. Outside, I found this food saver, works perfectly fine. I just tested it and for $7, that is a great find. You can get about 70 bucks, 80 bucks for them online. And then one of my favorite sections in the outdoor area is gonna be actually the helmets section. You wanna learn what helmets sell for a lot of money, but these are all just junk. Leaving the store now, one thing I'd like to do is just always double check the clothing section. Just one more quick look, and then I get out of there. Okay, that was slightly better. This car is a mess, but you know what? We'll go through it all shortly. We're gonna hit one more place. It's just funny how different all thrift stores are. Like some you can walk in and they're really, really expensive and like charging $10 for a t-shirt. Then there's others like this one where the clothing is all between like $2 and $7, which is amazing. Like I got these Addison boots for $5 and they're in pretty damn good shape. They go for at least like 45-ish, I want to say, but even more if they're in good shape. It's just wild because the Savers over there, those boots would have easily been $25. Knowing your market is so critical when it comes to thrifting, and I just want to beat that in your guys' head. Like, you need to know what stores are good in your area and what stores are awful so you don't waste your time going there. Real quick also, this Goodwill that I'm gonna go into did something really interesting recently. Instead of individually pricing items, everything there is just like bulked price. So like t-shirts are a certain price, shorts are a certain price. It's really interesting that they did that. And I've never been into a thrift store that actually does that. So I'm gonna show you guys some of the pricing. Drop a comment below if your Goodwill is the same, if it does the same, and if these prices are just like super cheap or super expensive compared to your area. Let's get in there. So everyone has a way that they start in each store. For me, I always start at like the short sleeve shirts, looking at Hawaiian pattern, crazy funky things. I just have this flow that it works for me. I always stick to this kind of routine. And in this store, I ended up finding a few really good shirts from Cool. And then this Tommy Bahama shirt was a nice pattern, so I picked it up, even though I tend to pass on this brand. Again, this store had just bulk pricing, so this is really awesome. You can find some really, really great deals, especially men's coats. For $7.99, that is crazy for jackets. Okay, that is a wrap for thrifting. That again was not a awful haul. Got a few shirts. We'll talk about those here in a few minutes. Let's get home and then we'll do this thrift haul. All right guys, we're home. Let's jump into everything we found. I'll tell you what I paid for it and what I expect to get out of it. Again, these are just guesstimates. I haven't looked any of this up, so don't quote me on anything. First things first is these Levi 505 shorts. These were in great condition and they were only $3, which is pretty awesome. I love picking up shorts. Like I said in the last video, it is really one of my favorite categories to sell in. Levi's is not like the most desirable, highest end, most expensive brand in the world. Try to avoid like the really basic stuff. And honestly, most of their other items like their shirts and their t-shirts or shoes, that stuff is all garbage. Try to stick to the shorts and the pants and like the denim jackets that we all know, like, and trust. That's my tip with Levi's. Just don't get too excited when you see other items from Levi's because they typically don't sell well. Okay, the next two brands are gonna be the Who. I don't know exactly how you say that, but I'll put a little photo of their logo. Both these are board shorts. These are more of like a hybrid short, so you can jump in the water, but then you can also wear them as just like a chino throughout the day. I paid, again, $3 for these. When it comes to stuff like this brand may not be super desirable, but again, they are a camo pattern. People love camo. Camo tends to do better on items like this. Even with these shorts being this kind of basic brand, we'll still get around 20 bucks for these. So $3 to $20, not too bad. Okay, same brand. Again, a little bit more fun of a pattern. It's got this kind of tribal pattern to it. These, again, were in fantastic condition. The pattern was cool. That's why I picked them up. And I paid $5 for these. I'm assuming around $20 for these, but again, since they're in great shape, they are the stretchy material and the pattern's cool. Maybe we'll get a few more bucks out of them. Guys, I'm gonna be talking about board shorts a lot on this channel for the next few months because again, I buy a lot of board shorts. So if you're not interested in reselling shorts or stuff like this, I probably wouldn't watch these videos because I love picking these things up. And hopefully you'll see why coming in the next few weeks to the next couple months, we'll start selling them and I'll show you guys what they actually sell for. So this is by the brand No Fear. This is like this kind of old school, like motocross, kind of like freestyle sports brand. It's got a pretty good following, so do pick it up whenever you find it. These, again, they were cool. They got the big old No Fear there on the side. They got a bunch of colors. They're, again, in great shape. These I paid $5 for, and I'm assuming we'll get around $25 for these. Probably a brand you're all familiar with, Billabong. Again, the pattern was interesting on these. They have the big Billabong spell out on the side, and then their logo there. When it comes to shorts, again, guys, like patterns matter a lot. The pattern can make the shorts worth so much more money just because guys that buy these, they typically want these like flamboyant kind of crazy patterns. They don't just want like a plain black short because that's not fun. So yeah, just be on the lookout for these kinds of things. Paid $5 for these, and I'm assuming somewhere around $20 to $25 for them. Okay, so again, a brand you guys will be familiar with, Lululemon. These are a pair of men's shorts. Great condition overall. Honestly, I might keep them. I'm not sure what size they are because the tags are missing, unfortunately, but I paid $3 for these. I'm not sure what they're worth, probably $25 to $28 or so. But these I was able to identify because I know the Lululemon logo. It's knowing these little intrinsic things that will help you make money in this industry, especially when it comes to clothing. When tags are missing, you need to be able to identify either styles, patterns, or company logos. Just again, that was the only logo, was the little one right over here on the bottom of the leg. So if I didn't know what the Lululemon logo looked like, I would probably pass on these. They're just a basic blue short. There's nothing special about them. So no more than the competition and no more than the people pricing the stuff at the stores. So this was probably one of the coolest finds. These are a pair of vintage Tommy Hilfiger sailing gear shorts. I paid $4 for these, which is awesome. They are in fantastic shape. They got the big Tommy right there. I am not sure what these are worth, probably $25 to $30 or so. There's a lot of resellers that like to fluff up Tommy Hilfiger. 99% of it is not worth anything. Like seriously, just don't get too excited when you find it. Even the vintage stuff, it does not sell that fantastically well. Like, yes, sure, there is some items that can go for a lot of money from Tommy Hilfiger, but most of it really is not that desirable, nor does it sell very well because it's a flooded market full of junk. Remember that, don't get too excited. But the sailing gear stuff usually does tend to do a little bit better than the other Tommy stuff. So that's my 2 cents. Rogue gym shorts. This is just like a gym brand. They make high quality like workout gear and stuff like that. I don't really know much about their apparel. I've never found it before. I'm assuming since their other items do bring quite a bit of money as far as like weights and things like that, that there may be a somewhat desirable market for their shorts. I didn't even look these up. I got them because they were in great shape. And again, they have a camo pattern. They're a nice short, they're built well, and they're only $4, so I couldn't pass on these. I'm assuming we're gonna get around 20 to 25 bucks for these. Okay, so one of the first things you saw me pick up at that Savers, these polo shorts, these are actually made in the USA. They're like this kind of denim chambray faded blue. It's a classic golf short, that's what they're called. I paid $6 for them. I'm assuming we'll get around $25 for these, maybe a couple bucks more because they're in fantastic condition. This was at the Goodwill. The next few items are gonna be from that store that I told you guys. They just do bulk pricing now instead of individual prices. So these short sleeves were $3.99 and the long sleeve was $4.99. So let's just talk about it. In this store, I found several pieces of cool stuff. So this is a cool shirt, just a men's short sleeve, nothing crazy, but it's in fantastic condition. Cool is an amazing brand. If you guys don't know it, you should just figure it out. It sells really, really well. Really good market, very desirable. So just make sure you're always on the lookout for this stuff. It was funny that I found 3 items from them within just a couple minutes of this thrift store. So when you do find something good, keep looking in that general area because you never know. Someone may have donated multiple pieces like in this situation. So this shirt will get around $22 to $25-ish. Not too bad. Another cool short sleeve. This one is a little bit more basic, so I'm assuming we'll probably get lower. I'm guessing maybe like $19 to $23. I know it's a super random range, but we'll see what happens. Again, patterns, colors, size is everything. Since this is really boring, I expect to get less money for it. Now, the long sleeve. This is the 5-panel long sleeve. I didn't guess that, it says it on the inside. I've sold this shirt several times over the course of the past few years. Again, since this is a plain color, nothing too crazy, I'm assuming somewhere around $25 to $27 for this shirt. Again, it's in great shape. If it was my size, I may have kept it, but yeah, not too bad of a flip there either. Okay, last thing from that Goodwill is this Tommy Bahama Relax shirt. Tommy Bahama is not my favorite brand in the world. It does not really sell that well unless you get very specific shirts that are in great shape, great colors, great patterns, and great sizes. But I got this one because it had a great pattern. It was like this all over print kind of beach scene, nice shirt, and the fact that it was only $4 makes it a little bit better. I'm assuming we'll get around $20, maybe 25 bucks for this since again, it is in fantastic condition. Polo Ralph Lauren long sleeve rugby shirt. This was in great shape. It was $7, so I had to pick it up. Comps are kind of all over the place on these, but I'm assuming somewhere between 30 and maybe 40 bucks on the high end, but I don't expect to get that much. I'm assuming right around $30 for this thing. So yeah, I really like this. I love polo. It's a nice shirt, great look, got the American flag colors, so hopefully someone will be super patriotic and pay up for it. Next is this True Religion camo jacket. It looks like a shirt, but it's definitely more of a jacket. It's kind of like got the Western buttons on the back there. I paid, what did I pay for this? Oh, this was from the Goodwill. I got this the other day. I paid $6 for this. I'm not exactly sure what this is worth. There's no comps on it, but I'm guessing around $40-ish, maybe a few bucks more. It is in great shape. It's got, again, the camo pattern. People love True Religion, so we'll see what happens with this. Okay, Mountain Hardwear. This was actually brand new with tags, if I could find the tag. This originally retailed for $85, which is crazy because I paid $6 for it. It's just a woman's shirt, nothing crazy. Again, it's new, it looks in perfect shape. It doesn't look like it has any storage wear or anything like that. I'm assuming we'll get around 25 to 30 bucks for this shirt. Maybe a couple bucks more, I haven't looked it up again. So with a price of $85 originally and it's new with tags, maybe we'll get the higher end of the spectrum there. So this Nike tank top, nothing crazy, just a basic dry fit. I only picked it up because it was $2. Couldn't really pass on it. I'm assuming we'll get around like $15 for this or so. If not, maybe I'll just probably keep it since it's gonna be nice and toasty outside. But yeah, $2, can't beat it. This is pretty cool. This is a Bulls Jordan jersey by Champion. It is unfortunately a kid size, which kind of sucks, but it's still a nice jersey. This was still made in the USA, so we'll get around $30 to $35 for this. And this is the kicker. I only paid $3 for this. I'm not sure why they priced this so cheap because this store usually prices jerseys a little bit more. But yeah, $3, can't beat it. Okay, now the next two shirts I'm just gonna show you together simultaneously because they're the same shirt, just different colors. So we got just the basic tan sleeves on this one, then the denim sleeves on this one. When it comes to these shirts, funkier is good. You do want crazy colors, you want crazy patterns, and then bigger sizes tend to do well. So the pearl snaps do a lot better than the normal buttons. Be on the lookout for those. They will bring a slight premium, but I'm assuming each of these shirts we're gonna get around 25 bucks for, so not too bad of a flip. Okay, next thing you saw these guys in the video, these were the Addison Boots for $5. These again, they go for around $45. Combat boots in general can be worth a ton of money if you really know what you're looking for. There's certain brands like Danner, Matterhorn, and various others that do bring a huge premium when it comes to boots. So just really learn them, understand them, and just know what to look for as far as flaws. So just always check the soles. And you always want to give them like a bend test, make sure there's nothing crazy, make sure the soles aren't cracking or coming apart here at the seams. But yeah, be on the lookout. A lot of these boots, they can be kind of confusing because some manufacturers hide the actual sizing and the actual brand name. Make sure you look on the tongue there, make sure you look on the sides, and then typically most of them will be on the inside there. And then last thing, this food saver. These vacuum sealers, some of them do great, others do not sell that well. You definitely want to find the more modern ones. Avoid the older styles. The best thing about these is typically the model number is just right there, so you can just look it up really, really quickly. This one all day goes for around $60 to $75 or so. Paid $7 for this. It's in fantastic shape. I've never bought one of these that was broken. I haven't tested it yet, but I will. And I'm gonna probably sell this locally just because it'll be a fast flip. Yeah, these are always great flips. Again, just always look up the model number. Don't waste your time on older ones. So that was it. I hope this was helpful. If it was, make sure you smash that like button. If you like thrift hauls, if you like reselling online, if you need a little bit more help with thrifting, make sure you look in the description below. We do have a reseller course and you can save $5 on it today. You can grab it for $19.99 and it is years of knowledge packed into one single place. And I'm hoping that will help you guys make some extra money. But until next time, my name's Sebastian. Cheers.